Hi there, thank you for stopping by again. So today I'm going to talk about why the Access Virus was a bad choice for me about 9 years ago. In addition, I'm going to talk about gear acquisition syndrome and just some money talk about how I use my money and how I decide to buy new gear and some things I have learned throughout the years. It's going to be a talking head video. I will also try to do this in one take if it's possible, so if I do something wrong, sorry about that. And but before we go into the video, I just want to thank all of the new subscribers to this channel. It's really motivating to see that subscribing count go up, and it will push me to continue doing this. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas about other topics and things you want to know about, and we will maybe see a video about that. So I have been producing electronic music for quite some time now, actually since I was 15 years old, but let's not go back all that way. But as everyone else, I want my productions to sound as good as possible, and I've been mostly using software instruments, and I've actually been perfectly fine doing that. But as I said in the title here, about 8 or 9 years ago, I went out on the big interwebs and searched for new sounds. I thought about buying some hardware synthesizers, but I wanted to check them out and see how they sounded first. So I ended up on a site called Vengeance Sound, checked out some of their presets, and some of their presets was for the Access Virus TI2, and I thought it sounded amazing. And I thought, man, hardware is the way to go. I just got to have this synthesizer, and it will really improve my tracks and propel my career somewhere. Well, at least to about 400 subscribers of the filming of this video. So I pulled out my trusty credit card, paid about $2,000, waited a week or two, and I got the synthesizer delivered to my home. I plugged it into my computer, started playing with it, loading up some presets. I bought some of the presets from Vengeance Sound, made some tracks, and just had some fun with it. It was great. I managed to make some tracks, and I think they sounded good as well. But there was one little problem, and the problem was I didn't know how to program it. If you had gone back 8 years ago and asked me what ADSR meant, I would have said, what? If you had asked me what an LFO was, I don't think I would have known about that. I think the only thing I knew about was cutoff and maybe resonance, and that was basically it. I think I said to myself when I bought this hardware synthesizer and spent that amount of money on it, that I had to force myself to learn it. So that became a sort of an excuse of using that kind of money on it. I tried to learn as much as possible, finding information on the internet, but considering I just got twins, become a father to twins, and a new job, time to learn something wasn't really on my side. So it wasn't a problem of learning, but it was just a problem finding time for it. So weeks and months went by. I had some fun, of course, but lack of knowing how to program it made it very difficult to make something new or edit some of the presets I already had. So I decided to sell the Access Virus TI2 and reconsider what I wanted to get out of this. I just want to be clear, I am not saying that the Access Virus is a bad synthesizer. In fact, I have thought about buying one again, but there are so many choices out there now, so we will see. So I went back to using software plugins. They are cheaper and they are also a good choice or source for learning. Then a few years go by and I of course get the gas acquisition syndrome again. I get the itch to buy a hardware synthesizer again. This time, however, I say to myself that things are a little bit different. Well, you always do when you try to justify something. I have no problems producing tracks, but I telling myself that I miss some kind of low end in my tracks. I know now that I can get this low end by some software and clever layering. But again, I wanted to learn synthesis. I wanted something hands-on. I wanted knobs. So I decided to try again, and I went out and bought the Moog Subsequent 37CV. The synth you have probably seen in some other videos on this channel. The Moog is fairly easy to program. It has 2 oscillators, a sub-oscillator, and all of the basic parameters of a synthesizer. In addition, I also decided to buy the course called Syntorial to help me learn programming synthesizers. And I think buying Syntorial has been the best investment in music production I have ever made. And I'm not getting paid for saying this, but Syntorial gives knowledge, and as all of you know, knowledge is powerful. And it has really helped me with the programming of synthesizers. So, now we reach today. I have the Moog and I'm really happy with it. I'm not an expert on it, but I still have a lot of things to learn and discover about the synthesizer. And here also comes some of my thinking regarding buying new gear. I don't have any problems using money to buy a new gear, but I want to be able to use what I have already to its fullest potential before I buy something new. And when I buy something new, it has to add to my productions in a way nothing else can. So let's say for the Moog, a few weeks ago I bought this reverb plugin Valhalla Shimmer, and it really makes the sound of the Moog, well, it's Valhalla Shimmer. I think a lot of you know what it is already, but it makes a lot of those sounds dreamy, and I have a track there on my channel. You can check it out if you want. But using just a plugin on my hardware synthesizer, it just transforms it to something completely different. So it's all, and that plugin cost, I think it was $50, and it's way cheaper than buying a synthesizer for like $3,000 or something. So it's also smart to try to think other ways of using the money. But I think I lost my thought here. Let's see. Yeah, as I said, I want to use what I have to its fullest potential before I buy something new. But things are a little bit different now. I have this YouTube channel because I know that people are interested in this stuff. They are interested in synthesizers, they're interested in computers, music production, and I might actually buy something for just reviewing this on this channel as well. But still, when I buy something, I like to use my money wisely. So if I buy something to review it, it still has to be of some use to my productions. For instance, showing off the hardware in a demo track or something like that. And then I can publish that demo track on my website for download, and which you can use in your videos again if you credit me. So we both maybe can get something out of it. It's not like synth makers are sending me free stuff, and not yet at least, I don't know. And that's why you will probably still see the Moog in a few more videos moving forward on this channel. But again, sometimes I get gas acquisition syndrome and I buy something I really don't need. And I'm not saying that it's really nothing wrong with it, because if that gets you inspired and if that gets you making this killer track, then it's all good, I suppose. But it's at least good to be aware of it and maybe try to think twice before you go out and buy something. I actually try to do that now when I'm got a little bit older, at least. So that's basically it, what I wanted to say in this video. I try to be careful with my resources. I am of course open to buying new stuff, and I will also try to do that for this channel. Probably maybe some cheaper stuff. But it has to add some value in some form. So if I some point do this YouTube thing or music thing as a side gig, if it earns me some money, it's also wise to save that money for living expenses as well, if I sometimes decide to just jump and do this full time. I hope this video made some sense. You are very welcome to leave a comment below if you want to add something to the discussion. Subscribing and liking the video, it's also appreciated, and the Google algorithm also appreciates that, and that's really helpful, at least for a small channel like this. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.